I mean, bottom tier for mine is like most of the melon family. I hate it. I hate honeydew. I hate rock melon, cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Watermelon's fine.
That's banging. Watermelon. Okay, that's up there. Wait, hang on. What's fine? What's definition of fine to you? Because I feel like that's definitely up there.
Well, watermelon on its own is like mid tier. Watermelon flavored things are high tier for mine.
Can you see lobby as well? Just real quick.
Lobby's not up yet. People just DC'd. What else is up there? I mean, have you ever had durian before? We're casting C Dotty. You got a lot of C fans watching. Have you ever had durian or even smelled it?
How do you spell it?
Durian. It's the king of fruits.
Oh right. No. I have
It
not. What's it taste like?
It's one of the worst smelling things that you'll ever have in your life, but it tastes decent to some people, you know. So I think it has like the consistency of lumpy custard, for lack of a better word.
Look for all pick as well. Sorry to cut you off. I'm sure they're on a bit of timer.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's what I was having. I'm like, I do it every time. Like, gotta look for all pick instead. What? So you're saying what? Custard? Tastes like custard.
No, it has the consistency of custard.
But that's kind of banging then, because the consistency. I love custard. Custard's
lumpy
nice.
Custard.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not lumpy custard.
What else is up there for fruit? Have you had lychee before?
I have it in my smoothies. I don't have it by itself. So like,
it's good.
But it's
like
it's not even something that like I've like don't like by itself. It's just I haven't tried it. I just have frozen lychee and that's it. So like I don't even really know what like it tastes like, because in the smoothie it kind of hides it a little bit. So I've never been able to discern the difference in the taste.
What about like mangoes?
Mangoes ain't bad.
Mangoes ain't bad, really.
They pop off.
I feel like
that's
one big thing that that Australia and Southeast Asia have in serious like commonality. Up in Queensland, lots of great mangoes up there, and of course all across sea, there's plenty of good stuff there. I mean, avocado's technically a fruit. You fan of that?
No. Get me out of some avocado. I feel like smoothies are where they are though. You want to hear my smoothie? What goes in my smoothie? This is a food stream right now. My smoothies are banging. All right, let's start off.
Go on.
We got a mix of berries. So like I said, strawberries, raspberries, bit of blueberries in there. Chuck in some mangoes. Chuck in some lychees. Almond milk. We're speaking about almond coconut. I got to try that milk yet. But chuck in some PB. Chuck in a little bit of
that's peanut butter, by the way.
Yeah, peanut butter. Sorry. Chuck in some protein powder. Chuck in some
fudgy brownie, whatever it is.
What was it? Fudge cookie dough, I think it was. Fudge cookie dough.
Ooh.
Chuck in some rolled oats. Put some chia seeds in there, and then for good measure, we got a little bit of mushroom extract as well. So
mushroom. What is mushroom extract? I'm gonna need your assistance.
Like maybe not extract, but
essence.
We really go unhealthy here. Like there's let's see, the 7 mushrooms: shiitake, lion's mane.
I love shiitake mushrooms. They're the long ones, right? With the little tips. Yeah. Give me some hot pot with some shiitake mushrooms, and I'm there.
They're real healthy for you. Like crazy. There's a lot of research coming out now on these. It's called the Fungi Perfect Stemmet 7 Mushroom Mycelium Powder. It's banging stuff.
It's a fruit nut. I mean, I've just been having cold pizza on all of these little breaks that we've been having here, and you're here with your 20 ingredient healthy smoothies. It wouldn't surprise me if there was some kale or something like that in there as well.
No kale, sir. No kale. Kale is
I do hate kale. It smells horrible, it tastes horrible. It feels like you need to cook it and cover it in that many herbs to make it taste good. And that's always the thing, like I'm not a huge veggie fan. I'll eat it because I know it's good for me.
Yeah, same.
And things like spinach and broccoli carrots, I guess, and sweet potato, they tend to like absorb all of the different sauces that you put them with, so they taste fine. But people that say, "Oh, you only like vegetables because you haven't cooked them right and you haven't added like 20 different spices." If you need to add that many spices to something to make it taste good, it doesn't taste good. That's the spices that you're tasting, you know? Something like, I don't know, a baked potato is just good on its own with a bit of butter and maybe some salt, you know? That's all you need. And it's delicious. I mean, it's not technically a vegetable, it's a tuber, but you know.
Potatoes are yum. Love me some potatoes. I was such a picky kid when I was younger, like such a picky kid. And
Mhm.
now it's getting a little bit better, a little bit better. You know, I don't mind me some. The vegetables are getting easier to eat, and now sometimes I'm actually like happy about some vegetables being in the meals. But like I was picky enough, like I really don't like sauces, and like tomato sauces is like something like just tomato sauce is just not okay with me at all.
Like a ketchup or like
Yeah.
a pasta sauce?
Ketchup, pasta sauce, anything. So the only sauces I like is Asian sauces, Asian meals, Asian cuisine is like
What, like a sesame sauce, you mean? Or
yeah, well, like Cantonese,
satay?
satay, butter chicken's pretty goddamn banging as well. Like,
That has tomato in it.
so look, we try and so like okay, it really doesn't make sense, Danog, and I've like I accept it doesn't make sense because I also like pizza, so I like pizza, and like there's pizza sauce on it. Now, like I don't like an excess amount of it, but we'll have it, of course, because if you don't like pizza, I actually think something's wrong with you, and I feel like that's not okay.
I don't think you can't. I don't think you can dislike pizza because pizza you can literally it's just bread with stuff on it that you put in the oven, you know? You
Yeah.
can put whatever you want on it. There's dessert pizzas, there's pizzas that you make the base out of not even bread. Like when I was doing my no carb diet, I would make like I would use ground beef and almond flour to make the base. So it was like I was biting into meat with meat on top of it. So that was delicious. But we're in. We're
Let's go.
finally into the game. Don't you ever say I can never fill time.
Hey, I'm getting a bit better as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it takes some time filling experience to get the hang of it. I will say though, I feel like all you got to do is bring up your tier list from.
Oh look! Wait! Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Look at the left of the Tier 1 tower.
That's such
Jackie
a
Pizza Party.
so That's actually so good. I don't know why we weren't seeing it a bunch before.
They put it down just to the right of the ancient as they were taking it as well. That's the only other time I've seen it.
You're quite the tier list fanatic, aren't you?
Yeah, why not? I'll go on a cereal tier list thing as well. You know, soft drinks, fast food. Just let me rate anything. I love rating things, you know?
Something does kind of. I don't want to say it's primal because it's really not primal, but like just rating stuff is kind of fun. Doing the tier list, enjoyable, very enjoyable. How we what about a tier list for all the heroes that we got right now? Let's go real quick. We got no action. Let's rate them all.
AA top tier, Tiny high tier, Lifestealer high tier, Puck top tier, Snapfire high tier, and the rest are probably like mid.
Love to see it. Quick tier list before we get underway. Did have a bit of a pause, but Motivate. The team that was able to take the game 1 victory and now looking to try and bring a 2-0 down. Got to keep in mind, of course, this is a stand-in. We're not seeing Mac today from the lineup of Omega, but it doesn't matter because Ken was really, really impressed with how he was able to perform in the game 1 on the Storm Spirit. This time, he's going to get picked up on the Puck. Do you feel like he's going to have as good of a game as what we saw last? I know it's a different hero, but do you think the Puck has some counters in this game, or is it going to be a bit free for Ken?
In the lane, you always have to be worried, right, against the Tiny, particularly early on. You know, you don't have quite the same mobility, or, you know, even if you do, some of the cooldowns are a lot higher, so you are vulnerable to getting tossed back under the tower if your illusory orb's off cooldown. And you can see Fearless already using the high base damage that you have. has the tiny with that tree. He's even going for the toss, and well, there it is.
Jeez.
Just a Christmas tree to the face. Fearless is like the Grinch right now.
That is not what you want to see. I was saying
There it is. You think you good,
Well, there's actually, you just want to keep casting or watching Motivate just for the voice lines and when they can use them. So many opportunities.
See, I didn't just buy the supporter pack because, you know, I like the team. It's just legitimately good voice lines as well, you know? I always get worried, though, about, you know, when I'm in a pub and I drop a voice line. I mean, pre-voice lines, the voice line was the question mark, right? I know it got popularized a lot more by emo, but I've been doing that crap for like years now. But whenever I did it, my opponent always seemed to like triple in power levels. So I kind of stopped doing it because I was like, you know, I actually want to win the game. They don't need more motivation to play better.
So you're of the mindset that a little bit of shit talk can ramp up an opponent's play.
Exactly, you know. And I don't need that. I need the MMR. I need the internet points.
I think it's different for a lot of people. Like, it really shows the type of person you are if you can play under the pressure and if you can get tilted easy. You know, some people with that, you know, with their crap talk coming out, they're like, all right, you know, now I really got to show you what's up. Some people, they just fold under the pressure.
Tower is under attack.
I mean, some people just take it completely out of the equation, right? Remember the true site when LGD would just like, look, let's just mute all of OG so that we don't even have to consider all of their chat wheeling.
And that's when it gets in the minds. Like, when it's that much of an issue, you hate to see it.
I mean, when you're hearing Lakad Matatag 50 times a game, it eventually gets to you, no matter how much of a steady head you have.
And now you're going to have these team voice lines as well at the major. It's honestly prime opportunity to spam, and prime opportunity to get the kill on Lionax as well. Great use of the creep wave pushing in here from Omega, so great recognition of the opportunity they have to be able to dive deep under that tower.
And that's the advantage you have, right? You can use the Devour on the enemy creeps to make your creep wave push forward a little bit. He's also got the Frost attack from the Ghost, so good amount of move speed slow to enable you to catch up. You've got the Scorched Earth, you're naturally fast with the Boots of Speed. So nicely done early on by Omega to be able to pull this one back a little bit.
So, do see that Tino, the classic old rush here for the Arc Warden Midas. How do we feel like MG.Trust is going to look to skill build this game? Is it going to be a bit of a top lane? Sam H lose his life. They still might put some aggression on CML. We'll keep our eyes there at the moment as MG.Trust has got a skewer. Shockwave drag back. He wants Tino instead, but a great timing on the cookie means that Tino can turn to push back Q.
Actually puts a couple of points into the magnetic field. I suppose that's fine, you know, because you're going to be able to trade easily against Q. You're going to prevent a lot of the damage that might be coming forward to one of your supports. You're both ranged as well, so you just want to keep that range away. And no points just yet into the flux. I'm sure eventually when these rotations start to happen by Q, could have potentially happened now if they were a bit healthier, but he's just going to use the time to stack up. That's when the flux can start to come into effect. But in terms of MG.Trust's item build, you can see here he's going into the energy booster super early on. So I think right now he just wants to secure himself a decent amount of farm in the super early game. Get that shockwave up a few times, spam that out off cooldown, and just keep the wave pressured under the tower. I think the Arc Warden, they've resigned the fact that Tino is going to have a pretty solid game, at least in terms of farm. About this other sides of the map, but Lionax in very unconventional style to him. He's already died the 3 times up at this top side, so good work by Shanks as well as Sam H as well. Again, just showing how good they are in the laning stage.
Yeah, this is someone who we were both heavily praising while we were watching them through the lower division. Lionax just felt like he fit this team perfectly like a glove, and haven't really seen too many games where he opens up with 3 deaths.
Even Jackie getting his courier sniped. Very odd to just let that happen. I think it was just the single slash with the crit strike coming through from the Alpha Wolf creep that allowed Sam H to get it before the micro could happen. Man, that is already a pretty big stack in the Radiant camp. Tri-camp, rather.
Puck's gonna love that.
Mhm. So the fact that they've enabled that to happen while also getting 3 kills on the top side just goes to show how much work Shanks is getting done up on that top side of the map. And he's not even just happy to get it on the top side. Bottom side tries to make the rotation, but quickly enough for Tino to live.
He's gonna mirror the movement as well. Spike Carapace still doesn't stop the damage from the Tiny coming out as the tree. Oh, the sidestep! Wow, CML, what a player! And now Ken, his abilities are just going to be a little bit shorter of a cooldown to play up against the Tiny. Still gets to Ava, toss combo on 2. So Fearless will
go for the cookie. Doesn't have the mana just
back.
yet. Has to be careful. They're going to look to drop down a ward. No, they don't have an observer.
Oh, he's hunting.
Oh no. They give him his name for a reason. Still is nighttime, and they're even going to get the bottle refill on the bottom side of the map. Are you serious? Fearless. Don't walk into that creep wave.
Dire are scanning.
He even scans. This is a lot of time wasted.
Yes, but they're giving Lionax some XP, so it's not like it's getting lost. It just, I mean, it'd be a different story if Puck was there in the mid lane, you know, just freely farming, but he was just essentially standing bot too, so it's alright. Actually, maybe looking to make a play towards this top side of the map. Fairy's Trinket's gonna be nice.
See, both teams
Dire's middle
heavily
tower is
prioritizing
under
the stacks
attack.
at the moment. Dire looks like it's a quad stack at the hard. The Ancients as well. I think a triple. No. Do you feel like?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Would you like to see like a little number above stack camps? Would that be nice for like observers? Because sometimes it's so hard to be like just counting all these goddamn big creeps and they're all grouped up and tightly hugging each other.
Just try and count like how many individual creeps from different camps there are, right? Because you can't get the same camp twice. That's the way I do it, at least.
Wait, you can't?
Nope.
There you go. Is that just Ancients?
Don't think so.
Dire's structures are
I didn't even
fortified.
know
Maybe
that.
I'm wrong. But I've always seen it like
Radiant's
that.
bottom tower
I honestly
is
don't
under
pay
attack.
attention to what camps there are, just, ooh, one camp become 2.
2 become 3. 3 become farm.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
They're going
attack.
real greedy here from Omega. Midas and Arc Warden, I mean, it's very core. But Doom's also going his own Midas as well. Puck.
He's super low already. Is he going to be able to get away? He's got that haste rune, so he should be fine. Yeah.
Very nice here.
Is this item build coming out from the Puck?
Radiant's
Couple of Null
bottom
Talismans
tower
into a
is
Staff
under
of
attack.
Wizardry back into the Power Treads. The ordering's a little off.
Yeah, what do you think he's going to use the staff for?
Could be just a Yule Scepter. Give it a little bit of setup time. Be able to get out of the tiny combo if needed. You know, if you're able to use it super, excuse me, immediately towards the start, as long as he doesn't instantly toss you up, then you do get out of the bulk of the damage. Fearless.
Coil dropped here. Got a rotation. Pretty tanky at the moment. Great timing despite Carapace, but
Masaros.
Masaros. A 3-man RP skewer back on all of them. They'll prioritize the Puck core before moving over to Shanks' Nyx Assassin next. Ice Blast gets the connection, and Lion Axe gets a little bit of revenge from that Nyx Assassin who was a thorn in his side at the top lane.
And they don't even get the kill onto Fearless as well. Those infused raindrops coming in handy.
Dire's top tower is under
Means
attack.
that his goal of getting that Blink Dagger still looking pretty close on the horizon. Still though, you've had Sam H up on this top side of the map with his Midas. It's standard. And, you know, the reason that Ken's died a couple of times is that he does need to make this much space for the rest of his team. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get a kill, but, you know, sometimes there's just big plays that come out from someone like Masaros. Doesn't let that happen. Even given the Empower over to Jackie, I believe it's just level 1. No, they just buffed it up to level 2. So that's a nice little bit of bonus cleave damage coming through. And, well, he's just going to go with, of course, that Possessed Mask into the Ancient stack.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, that is a scary prospect. A Lifesteal's a hero that can kind of struggle to keep up with someone like an Arc Warden. Especially with that Midas, you know, we see the Lifestealer have to
Radiant's bottom tower is under
prioritize
attack.
getting involved a little bit earlier than what the Arc can, but because Jackie has the Empower buff up, he's going to do a great job at keeping up relatively well on the farm.
Gonna get another stack off here in the hard camp.
Radiant's
You're not in
bottom
a
tower
space
is
to be able
under
to take
attack.
it immediately. But with that Empower, just again, the teamwork. You know, you get these teams that are very clearly just amazing teams that work together. In the Chinese roster, probably the team that you would have to compare them against to, or rather contrast them against, is Elephant. You know, star-studded roster, fantastic players across all of the positions, but that's 2 seasons in a row, I believe, that they've come in 5th or 6th. So they're not going to the major. They're going to have to wait until the TI regional qualifiers to try and make their way through to Stockholm this year.
You imagine not seeing the likes of FY and Somnus not at the major.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty crazy stuff.
Eurus, like that's just crazy. The 3, I'm trying to remember. Is it 3 now again? Why am I blanking?
What's up?
I'm trying to remember their position 3 now. I'm blanking. I shouldn't be.
Well, Red Panda's their 5. I know that.
Yeah. What the? Why am I blanking? It'll come to me.
They made a lot of memes about him in the,
that's
the
it.
most recent TI. There you go. I just got to provide you the assistance. The memes give everything to you, you know? They jog the memory. They provide you with fun and laughter. They've seen that this smoke's happening.
Oh, Shank's
People who are
great
dropped on the top
positioning.
side.
The coil on 2. They even commit the Doom, but why not? All the hate in the world. Just drop them on their heads here. Tiny, AA, both falling. They were trying to reveal the Blink
Radiant's
Dagger,
middle
but
tower is under attack.
what a great read there from the side of Radiant. Just recognizing that it was about time for Dire to make a move to try and shut down Tino. And they just prevent it with ease.
Yeah, those 2 wards above the, sorry, to the right of the Radiant Secret Shop, freshly placed as well. So you're perfectly right. You realize that was the Blink Dagger timing. They know that's probably where they want to go. You know, Arc Warden, he hasn't shown on the map for quite a while. That's probably where he was going to be
Radiant's
farming.
bottom
They were
tower
right,
is under
but
attack.
Omega were
Radiant's
prepared.
bottom tower has fallen.
Fearless tosses out of the blast point.
I guess they took it personally.
Watching an AA just cookie on forward.
It's like he's on a pogo stick.
Yeah.
Cookies forward into the impale. He's just bouncing around.
Radiant's
Great
bottom
carapace
tower
timing
is
as well
under
from
attack.
Shanks, but Fearless is hunting.
Dire's top tower
See this
is
Tiny,
under
this is
attack.
really when we're going to start to see Fearless looking to get involved here. He's got that Fairy's Trinket to enable him. He's also level 10 as well, so the combo well and truly maxed out. And it's also nice having this Empower. This could be a scary prospect of
Radiant's middle
a Tiny
tower
being
is
able
under
to
attack.
scale into the late game with being able to just use your right clicks to farm.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Should
Radiant's
be
middle tower is under
a
attack.
tower going down, knowing that Doom's still on cooldown.
Radiant's
Yeah, it
middle
will be.
tower.
They're not going to
has
contest
fallen.
it. It is a bit of an issue losing that tier 1 mid, because now it gives
Dire's
Dire
top tower is under attack.
some more opportunities to make those aggressive movements like we saw previously. They're going to need to try and drop some observer wards down and also de-ward the area, but they're going to miss the one up on the northern cliff here that stalks that triangle set. And Sam H. Shanks blinks on forward, straight on top of the Tiny. They're even going to drop the Mortimer Kiss. There's a great 2-man impale locking in Lion Axe.
Radiant's middle
They trade the
tower
kill
is under
somehow on
attack.
Sam H thanks to the big ultimate from Lion. But now Shanks, he's going to get caught out. So a 2-for-1, Fearless will lose his life. Winning out in the trade.
At least he had his Midas and his Devour off cooldown, and the Doom wasn't ready to be used either. It's only just come up off cooldown. But a good response there. You never want to be giving up that Roshan all too early. It feels much more like it's going to be a threat for Motivate to be able to take it. They've got the Orb of Corrosion available. They've got a Tiny, lots of burst damage. Nothing yet building into like a Medallion or a Solar Crest or anything like that. Whereas you just have to look at Omega's side. Got that. Actually, no points yet in the little shredder. A little bit surprising there for CML, but I suppose, you know, it's going to be the Arc Warden wanting to do that sort of damage, and right now he's just focused on farming.
See, yeah, do you like the no points little shadow? Because if you win a big team fight, now you can't really go into Roche without that.
Yeah, but when you look at a Puck and a Nyx and a Doom, are they really heroes that are going to help you do it? I would say no. I think they just need to position themselves to try and not give it up to Motivate.
Fearless.
There's the Doom.
Drop the ulti. Just got some backup coming through. Ice Blast RP on 3 again, but the timing of the Spike Carapace prevents the skewer drag back. Infest gonna pop out, trying to give a little bit of bonus health. They'll clean off the Puck. A trade's gonna come through from both the position 2s.
Oh, that was so sick by Q. He actually stole the Dream Coil, so when we tried to cookie out the Puck, he ends up breaking his own coil.
Seeing
Dire's middle tower
how difficult it can be to land these combos, though. Been very impressed with Shanks' Nyx Assassin so far, even though he's 2, 5, and 7. Multi-hero impales, despite Carapace's timing as well, has been really, really on point. And it's just another game, Danog, where it feels like we're seeing the caliber of 2 upper division teams.
Exactly, and you know, that time again, Masteros, he was in position to get the RP onto 3 again. That's twice in a row now that he could have done it, but you know, some quick reactions, both from Ken as well, to be able to get out of it. He should have possibly lived, but you know, you're not expecting that a Dream Coil is going to be stolen in that quick fashion with how quick the Puck is using all of his spells. So just everyone is playing at a really high caliber so far.
Dire's top tower
And well, you know how I was thinking that Staff of Wizardry might turn into a Yule Scepter? No, no, no. They're thinking we need more damage. Going straight into the Dagon. Here's Kent.
Okay.
I think he's wanting to really get rid of the Rubik and the AA in particular, realizing the strength that they're able to provide to both of these lineups. I'd say Rubik's probably the main target. You know, Q's been on point with a lot of his spell casting. AA as well has the cloak.
The Lane Puck caught out here, the stolen coil from Q, and they're thinking about, they want Roche or they want the T1 top? Looks like T1 top's going to be the answer.
Tino realizes it. He's looking to push this lane out as quickly as possible. Tempest Double might be the target here for Jackie, but he's going to be able to get it away fast enough. Might just despawn in time.
Chunk, chunk, come on, chunk, one more. Ooh,
Nah.
240 gold, baby.
You love to see it.
Getting real farmed on that live stealer.
Yeah.
Tiny's taking a bit of a hit. I guess Fearless is putting a lot more emphasis on.
Real Arc Warden's there.
Uh-oh.
They know.
Smoke pops. Masteros. They got the vision. Jump on forward. Bye-bye, Tino.
They hadn't shown on the map for quite a while, so he's farming quite deep considering you don't have that T1 tower available. One of the few mistakes so far that have been made by Omega. CML, he's getting closer to his own Glimmer Cape, so a lot more survivability potential against the likes of this tiny AA Rubik combination. I hear another Dream Coil being put onto the mid lane. Is that another one used by Q?
Yeah, another coil
he ends up
drop.
stealing the Carapace. Maximum value out of it.
And meanwhile, Jackie's just freely hitting a T2 tower here. This is a big power spike that it feels like Dire have right now. You're recognizing the Arc Warden is still needing a lot more farm to be a threat in this second game. And it's just, again, like Motivate always are able to recognize their timings and when they're able to really start getting active on the map.
One of those timings, they're just going to keep ramping up further. I think that's AA's Glimmer Cape coming out, as well as a Tome of Knowledge, so he's going to be up at level 12. Rubik only 150 gold away from that Blink Dagger. BKB starting to be built up by Fearless. It has to be said, his farm is a lot more lackluster than compared with previous games. Not even level 15 just yet. So his damage could look to ramp up quite soon. Even perhaps an Ogre Axe able to provide him with a little bit of that extra burst coming through.
Dire smoked up here. Fearless, who's gonna jump? Straight on top of the Knicks, but once again, the Spire Capras, Cookie Way, Ice Blast now being wasted. So they're going to try and drop the RP, Telekinesis Chain locked down straight on top of the puck. Ken's going to get dropped here, the combo used from Motivate. Now with that pick-off, let's see what they want to try and lead it into. You have to keep in mind, yeah, the RP is on cooldown, but again, I don't think Radiant are in fighting condition without the puck.
I mean, they picked up the Reaver on the Lifestealer, so he's just got a ton more damage, a lot more survivability, and now with Q as well. Even though you don't have that big RP available, a lot of your other heroes aren't quite so cooldown reliant. Good use of the Mortimer's Kisses to try and dissuade this.
That's Carapace as well.
Yeah, Q's on point here, man. They're just picking up that Blink Dagger now means that they're able to just quickly go back in. It's still going to be another 10 seconds until this puck's alive, and it's going to be enough time to take out this Roche.
Dire's structures. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
They have rooms for this.
Sam H doing. Shoving out top, looks like. The item.
A little passively. I mean, you kind of knew that they were doing Roche. The Kisses revealed the fact that they were all in there, but he was just still standing off inside the trees, not wanting to risk dying. Instead, CML's going to be the one that goes down in the mid lane.
Still have the tier 2 mid to try and catch.
Under attack.
To go back and just stand behind Jackie. Stand behind your Lifestealer, top of the net worth. Age in the back as well. You see, like, a lot of the farm is on Jackie. Like, you're relying on Mastros for his utility.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
AoE combo, the pipe. You're relying on Fearless as well to burst down one hero. Jackie, top lane. Okay. They're going to drop the dude, but Lifestealer does not give a damn. He's just standing his ground and trying to man fight. He's not going to win it the first time, though. BKB pop from Sam H. They don't have the RP just yet, so Sam H, if he wants to try and TP up, but it's going to be a little bit too late here. Drag back, brought down, it's going to lose his life. Shanks will join him in the afterlife too. So they get the Ages 4-2.
Has that enabled Tino to get anything new? I mean, he's holding on to nearly 2.6k gold. He's finished up the Gleipnir, so he's able to push those waves out a lot quicker. And against this 3 melee lineup, not going to affect the Lifestealer as much, of course. He's got the Rage, and no BKBs yet for either of Fearless. Actually, does Fearless have his finished and coming out to him? No, he's actually switched up. He was going to go into the BKB first, but he's decided, no, I'm going to go for the Ag Scepter instead. Only one component away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I do see that. I mean, Ark's got 3,100 gold. Yeah, he feels forced to go BKB next. So he's looking to try and get in fighting condition. But
not even, right? You could just use your Tempest Double to be able to push without quite as high a risk of dying. So it's versatile in that way.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Do they?
You just see it's a one-man push against a five-man push, and well, 5 is greater than 1 last time I checked. AU math coming through here, but level 20 on Jackie. Doesn't have the safety of that Aegis anymore, but Satanic finished up. He's got that Pupil's Gift for the extra little bit of attack speed as well, and then of course the rest of his team backing him up. Probably wants a bit of a better spell to steal than Mana Burn on Q, but still looking pretty satisfied with how this game is going. All tier 2s removed, only 2 towers lost on the Motivate side of the map. Still though, it's only a 3k net worth lead. A lot of that is going into the Arc Coordinator who hasn't been turning up to these fights.
Q? They got the RP nonetheless. Okay, Doom will fall. Tino's still going to try and TP in and get a return kill on top of the back. Should see them losing the Rubik for a trade. I was going to say, what just happened there? But it was the Aghanim shot on the Rubik that made it a bit of an awkward jump. It does free up mid though, so Ken gets a solo kill as well on Lion Axe. So 2 supports getting dropped across the map from Motivate. Might give Radiant a bit of an opportunity to get some of these lanes shoved out.
Especially now that BKB is done. Tempest Double going to be available in 5 seconds or so. Tino can look to pop it after the Midas. TP down to probably the bottom side of the map. Just keep that one pressured away. No, actually looks for mid. Just wanted to take away that tier 1 tower, I suppose.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Jackie got a first hit bash there, then You know the luck's really against you. Mid lane. Did he get the goal?
Don't know. I think it just expired, but the important thing for Motivate's side is that they keep that tier 1 tower. It's all about having the mobility right now, to be moving around the map as quickly as possible, trying to punish this Arc Warden whenever he shows, and well, that's going to be a pretty rare occurrence, as he TPs all the way back to base, realizing that the Tempest Double can do the heavy lifting for him. Tier 2 being pressured in. Maybe even a blessing in disguise that Tier 1 tower doesn't go down. No glyph available. We've still got the siege creep that's pushing in, and you can see the immediate response coming through from Fearless.
Oh, Fearless.
Might be paying with his life here.
Okay, well now the supports just revealed themselves and he's like, okay, look how big I am. You think you're gonna kill me? BKB, DD. He's got the girl as well, so this man ain't give a damn. They'll catch one, they'll catch a second, and they're gonna punish that cute attempt that Omega were looking for.
Fire Snap Cookie as well. Nice little bonus for the Rubik to be able to pick up. Much better than the level 1 mana burn for sure, providing much more mobility for the rest of his team. He already has the Aghanim Shard to be able to save. Now he's even got that secondary component that can be both used offensively and defensively.
And Fearless as well is... This is what I'm a little bit worried for when he gets the Aghanims, because his damage is really going to ramp up, especially with that Empower. How does the Tree Volley work with
Doesn't hit.
Through Magnetize? Is that what you...
The magnetic field, yeah.
Sam H? He's going for a solo kill, but he's not going to get it. And now that's
They got bashes, brother.
Wasted. Oh, minus on cooldown?
Minus on cooldown.
Dire's bottom
Would have at least had level 18. If he tried that, maybe that would have been the bit of extra damage. Probably not, but still. A costly death. Still, again, Tino holding on to a lot of money. 3.7k gold. You got to start spending some of that, my brother. Team's creating a ton of space for you, but if it doesn't result in anything, not really worth all that much.
Tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Up they go. But what are you doing now? Now they feel so safe to push up the higher ground. You don't have that big ultimate that you were really relying to get rid of one of their cores through a team fight. So you're just gonna have to hope you can...
Well, no kisses. They just throw out a single glob, a single solitary glob by Mortimer. I wonder if that should be, you know, a part of the Aghanim Scepter. You could just do one where you can kind of like mind game the opponent and say, oh, I'm casting my ultimate. Nope, it's just one. Look at it. Q has been infested. That's how confident Motivated feeling right now. The Rubik with the Blink Dagger and not much else is the one that's going to be trying to run in onto the front lines.
I mean, why not? Q's been having quite the game. If he's going to be the one to make the plays, I feel very safe for him.
To be fair, you're not really expecting it, right? Like, you heard my reaction just there. Do you think Omega was expecting something like that? Probably not. They're going to be on the lookout for, you know, the Magnus, the Tiny. Not where's the Rubik.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just seeing, it's still a very even game net worth wise, but do you feel like that's the case looking at it right now?
It's so hard to say because we haven't actually seen a full-on team fight yet, right? Like, the item progression from Jackie just seems so much more capable of taking objectives as opposed to just surviving and delaying the game, which feels like the main priority for Tino here. And again, like you just saw, he layered down the magnetic field on the tier 3 tower in the mid lane. He didn't care. Jackie just walked forward and was like, all right, well, you try and go on me. I'm just going to pop my rage. If it's a melee hero that's onto me, I'm going to use my Abyssal onto them. And then he's got the Satanics for survivability. So he just walked on into the magnetic field, kept hitting away for a few more seconds, and then backed on out.
Fearless. Popping a BKB to try and get the kill on Shanks. They don't have any detection at the moment. Looks like Lion Axe is going to be able to escape from the pursuit of the Tempest double. I say that though. It's like,
Is he?
oh my god. Oh. Wait, he got
Fist.
so much health back. Okay,
Is that?
1200. It's literally like his full health pool.
Yeah, I guess. See? Teamwork. There's no individuals on this team. BKB makes it so annoying to try and... Like, you've got...
Bot
You
lanes.
hear is down here, Sam H. Quick with the timing on his Blink Dagger, but... He might cock skew his life.
He drops the Doom onto the Rubik though. And Radiant are fighting really far away. The BKB TPR too late once again from Sam H. They trade a 1-for-1, but in the end, like, this is not a worthwhile trade. They're gonna find Shanks too. Great use of that Observe Ward in the lane. That max skewer range dragging him all the way back to Motivate, as they will get a double on Fearless.
Linux even tried to go for the deny onto Q, just the damage a little too high. He's just a poor AA. He wasn't holding the psychic headband, so he should have had a decent amount of right-click damage, but still, wasn't meant to be. Roche back up.
Jack is in, just going to work. But has he got anything on the courier? Okay, yeah, so he's got an MKB. CML.
That's exactly what you need, right? Against the magnetic field. Just to be able to still do something.
Oh. It's a free one. It's only our second Roche though, 32 minutes in. But you see what the tree volley can start to do. Like, Phyllis just takes a chunk out of Roche. So they've got the Aghanim Shard. Who do we feel like this is going over to? Jackie?
Open Wounds is real nice. I
Yeah.
mean, you're against a beefy hero like the Doom. You're going to quickly chunk him down. As well, healing 2% of your max HP is going to be quite nice for tanky heroes in their own right, in the Magnus and the Tiny. But has he gone in and, yeah, he's committed to the MKB. So he went and sold the Magic 1. I think it's back on the career. Yeah, so he's going to sell that back in base. Still holding onto the Orb of Corrosion just in case he needs to, in case he loses the Aegis, needs to use the cheese. Again, Sam H, he's standing up to the side here. No Doom just yet. Massaros seems like he's very happy to be spamming out the skewer, just clearing out a lot of these trees, but he's on an island right now, Sam H. Look at them. They sense someone's nearby.
Yeah, they're like, Spidey senses tingling a little bit. Let's just make sure no shenanigans are coming in play. But this is just... like... Alright, Danog, tell me the read of this game. Like, expert analysis. When a Mega start to feel confident with team fighting, are they actually going to be able to win a fight? Or a Motivate's lineup late game just a bit too bonkers?
I think now that you've got, you know, the Aegis, the cheese, I mean, look at how far away they're just able to reposition their fight, taking CML out of it. He's got buyback, but he already used a couple of those Mortimer's Kisses, so I feel like even when you're able to have this Arc Warden just standing there and trying to stop this siege from happening, it's not going to mean all that much. You know, you've got the MKB standing right in the middle of that Venn diagram and not having a care in the world.
Look at Mastros's positioning as well. They did ping him out, so they know the Mag is stalking in the tree line. That's just a full set of barracks here, pretty much for free.
Radiant's middle tower has
Jackie's
fallen.
survivability is just insane.
Radiant's top
He's already got...
barracks are under
What's
attack.
he going to go
Radiant's
for?
top barracks.
Rage duration. Both were fine options, to be honest, just for the pure survivability aspect. You've got the SNY, you've got the Aegis, you've got the cheese, you've got the Satanic, you've got the open wounds. Like, what more could you possibly need? And I mean, this is the disadvantage of picking an Arc Warden into melee matchups. They're very happy to just move a tiny bit so that they're actually inside the magnetic field, still doing damage.
You see what...
It does nothing.
They'll drop the vision for Shanks. They're going to look to go now. They're all grouped up. You've got to be careful. Chi volley.
And Ice Blast.
Still, and now they stole a lot of kisses, man.
The cubes.
Q is just destroying in this game. Finds a double, cleans up the backline. They've got no buyback on the Nyx Assassin, and they're going for the last set. You can't
Sam H
drop...
is on the side again. Who's he going to go for?
It doesn't feel
was
like
me,
you
I'd
can
say
drop Doom though on the
probably
life
Tiny.
stealer.
You gotta go for Tiny or maybe the Rubik.
Oh, that he will. Great jump, finds a Tiny, the coil.
Good coil.
Onto 3, but Tino's a bit too far away at the moment. Forstaff trying to bake it. The Gleipnir is going to hold them all in place as well. With the quickie forward, Sam H, but they haven't got on top of Tino. Arkwater going to work. Jackie's going to try and close the distance. Now with their own globes coming out from CML, Jackie bash cancels it. Will lose his first life, but where's the backup? Q, he's got the bubble stolen. They get the real Warden, Masteros. What a catch. BKB is going to try and get away. The bash is coming through. There they are. The bash is on point. The Bissell's on the mark as well. They'll bring down Tino. Rubik will go get caught out of the base. They got the buybacks available. Let's see if they can rejoin once again. A Warsump going to try and counter up the RP. Infernal Blade as well, but Jackie, he hasn't been able to lock onto his target just yet. He's got to be careful. Jackie's got the cheese as well, but can he get it off? They're locking him down. The Spike Carapace too. Jackie is going to try and look to try to pop the Satanic, but he's getting kited. He needs help and he needs it now, but it's just Mastros on top of the Magnus. They're coming forward on Rubik as well. Cheese going to get popped down with a high gun. Sam H blink on forward. Life still falling low. Once again, they can't control him. Low silence is out. The Rage going to be back up in a couple seconds. Headband pushes him away, but Tino, it's another Tempest double. Buyback. It's not there. They die back actually on the Rubik. Jackie's going to try and TP out to they have the damage. Tino crit, not enough. They hold the high ground. It cost them 2 full sets of barracks, some damage on the tier 4s, and a couple of buybacks as well. Most importantly, that Arc Warden.
Yeah, that's the big thing. The Arc Warden being forced to buy back. Another great skewer coming through from Masteros, able to catch him out. You know, you're just able to dive in so damn deep. It's the advantage of having that Octarine core, you know, that extra little bit of cast range, having the lower cooldown as well. Nice and handy. And, well, even if you lost the Aegis, you don't really care all that much. I don't think he even cast the open wounds once there, Jackie, so probably could have chucked down some heroes. Been forced to not use the Satanic, not use the cheese quite as early as he did. But still, you're happy with the outcome there if you're Motivate. You've opened up a real win condition. Not that they were in a losing position at any stage.
They're going to have to get real crafty here from Omega.
Silence.
Real crafty. You see that.
Daedalus now.
Okay. Damages.
Puck out.
Ramping up, but it feels like... Oh, Masteros. Bye-bye. Snapfire. Long range stun. It's not going to matter. Jackie just wants a more important target. There's no way CML gets away, right? Okay, CML gets away. Unless that crits him.
What was important was that they were much better with the target that they went on with the Doom, right? You take Fearless out of that team fight, that is a lot of the burst damage taken away from you. I mean, I'm sure they're wishing that they had a refresher right now. Well, actually, it does, to be able to get it onto the Tiny as well as the Magnus. But Mag has also got that Lotus Orb, so we'll see if Masteros is going to be playing a little bit more defensively around some of their key cores.
Smoke
Echo
up.
Saber, Daedalus, Spell Prism, Ag Scepter. Fearless is able to dish out by far the most damage in these team fights if you even give him 3 seconds.
Oh, they see Tino. Oh, they see Tino.
Oh no.
Oh, you
no.
gotta TP up. Oh, Tino, you gotta go.
think he knows
You
they
gotta
see
go,
them.
Tino, you gotta go.
Oh!
What?
The nighttime! The nighttime!
Someone's on the high ground. BKB,
He's
TP
gone
up.
back in?
RP, where
No,
is it?
the
Tino?
Abyssal?
No, what the hell? Oh my
Radiant
lord.
structures
That,
are
that's
fortified.
so often. They're still here. Shanks, Sam H, Doom. They get it on top of the life stealer. Can he stand his
Masteros is on
ground?
the high
Refresher's
ground.
gonna get popped as well, but where's Tino coming through with the Tempest double? They get the double Doom as well. Fearless gonna control it at the moment. They'll bring down 2 important targets right now for Motivate. They both don't have buyback.
Behold.
Not sure why I popped the BKB there on Sam H, but still another one team fight. They're slowly starting to claw their way back, but it seems like it's off the fact of a few odd maneuvers coming through from Motivate. They weren't able to catch out the Arc Warden. I mean, there's just the small nerfs to the cast range of the Abyssal Blade. If this was a couple of months ago, that would have been GG with the Arc Warden being caught out, but in true Motivate style, they're not scared about fighting into a 3v5. Masteros is positioning himself to try and get a multi-man RP, even if it's only himself, Lion Axe, and Jackie doing the work.
This is the game we want for the last game of the night. We couldn't ask for any more. If we had a little bit of a break in the action before we got underway, got to speak about some tier lists of good old fruits. We were a bit of a a food stream for a short while. And then now we get a 41-minute thriller. 2 full sets of racks advantage for Motivate. And it is only a 4,000 net worth lead, though, with all things considered.
It is 3 minutes left on the buyback timer for Tino. Most importantly, I mean, you can see here you don't want to be using your Tempest double to push out the top side and the middle of the map because you're just not going to get quite as much done when compared to this bot side. You know, you're not going up against these super creeps. So he's been able to claim the tier 2 tower. TP comes back from Jackie, which is a nice little bonus. So you know that you're not going to be having your base siege for the next little bit. Still though, Tino makes the considered move of just staying back in base, waiting for that buyback to be on cooldown, off cooldown rather. And, you know, then maybe he can opt to be a bit more ballsy with his gameplay.
Radiant.
Even that...
Oh, they find Pog. Tino wants a support kill. It will kind of disrupt the positioning and force Motivate to not really push on forward for any kills. Look at them rip apart that Tempest double. My lord.
Yeah. Snapfire as well has the gem, but I'm not sure how often CML is going to be in the middle of the team fight. I feel like if that happens, you're just dead in a couple of seconds. It's going to be pretty important as well because, you know, not only do they have the Glimmer Cape on Lionax, you've also got that Trickster's Cape on Q.
Uh-oh. The vision.
Shanks.
Oh, MG.Trust is baiting. MG.Trust is... Oh, the RP! Drag back tree volley. They're all grouped up. Look at the damage at the disaster. 2 will fall. You gotta get out. Are you actually gonna think about taking the fight? They buy back TP to the outpost. Oh, the vision game, so important. They're still there. CML? The gem.
Wanted to get rid of that vision, but that gem's pretty important. Being able to get away that range on the shockwave, it's gonna be enough.
Who have they found here? Coil drop, Doom as well. On top of Fearless. This is a pretty important target if they're going to be able to bring him down, and they will, but an instant buyback from Fearless. Roshan, not up for another 30 seconds. CML will not be able to join them here on the Snapfire. But Jackie, he's moving aggressively. You got to be cautious because your creeps are getting inside the base, and that's a big kill to get. The Nyx Assassin offers you a lot of chain lockdown.
Pushing 10 seconds. Fearless had a quick look, but you're in a confident position right now. Fearless as well, hitting the level 25 because of that that win in the river. 3 toss charges now, so you're going to be able to consistently manufacture these team fights to be in a place that is much more confident for you.
What is going on the third roach 2? Refresher shard. Okay.
Magnus.
Magnus.
Regeneration.
They I mean, they're still not even at a stage where they're fully 6-slotted on Dire. Like, you take a look at the cores, Mag's got a lot of room to grow, so does the Tiny too in the net worth. So this is already scary with how well they're doing.
It was a really nice positioning coming through there previously from Shanks on his Nyx Assassin, having that freshly picked up Aghanim Scepter, burrowing in onto the high ground. But, you know, unfortunately, even minus 50% damage wasn't enough for all of the damage that was burst in onto them. AA Blast, Tree Volley, with the crits. Way too much
Radiant's
to deal
bottom
with.
tower is under attack.
Clear out wave like it's nothing. And with that Spell Prism as well, it's going to be ready to go again. Even dives in super deep, deals with the Tempest double,
Radiant's bottom
deals with
tower.
the racks at the same time.
They tried to get the break. Gotta keep in mind Lifestealer does not have that Aegis. Want to be kissed in the backline. MG.Trust gonna shield back Shanks. Such an important target.
Found the
Display
Nyx.
drop as well. Ken's gonna try and blink forward. Cole's not available at the moment here. Shanks should be able to get a little bit of distance thanks to the flicker. The bash from Jackie. Looking to reset. Ken. Blink should be up. He's okay.
Teamwork again, just giving him that extra 1200 HP was Jackie. I still have yet to see him actually use the open wounds.
Jackie?
When they go in onto him, he
Great
doesn't have
use
the
of the jump.
Aegis.
Dara in the backline. The puck just completely kind of Motivate. They'll buy back on the life steal, but now this is a big win condition for Radiant as well. MG.Trust again! Can he drop the triple up here? This toss actually brings him up in the air, but MG.Trust fine too. They both don't have buyback here. Ken's gonna get caught out as well. Refresher's gonna get popped. Can you drop the RP? The creeps are inside the base. You need to deal with them. One tier 4 drops. They find the real Arc Warden. Toss back. Where's MG.Trust? Cookie, some distance. Doom buyback. Down for 4 minutes 30. The buyback for the Knicks as well. Down for 4 minutes 30. So both will not be available for this fight. It's all up to the 3 heroes from Omega to hold the Mega Creeps.
And a burn. It's doing so much.
Toss
the fucking
back
basically
again.
took out 3/4 of his HP.
Oh, they found the real one. The Arc Warden RP. Coil's there. Cookie, they get a little bit of distance. Aegis ticks through. Fearless. Tina's going to try and drop it. It doesn't matter. Jackie just rips him apart with the MKB. He's going to buy back, ready to rock and roll, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's Tino against the world right now. Snap's going to try and look to rejoin too. Jackie can just move in forward. The jump on forward. Abyssal Blade's out thanks to the flicker. He'll close the distance. Another skewer drag away for the protection of the fountain. And that's all she wrote. A dieback for your Arc Warden means that Motivate can take the series in 2-0 fashion.
Is under attack. Dire
Very entertaining series though, going down to the wire. They were able to hold on to it eventually, but I don't know, this Arc Warden pick, we were talking about it at the very start of this game, you know, tier lists for cereals, for fruits, for fast food places, but this Arc Warden does not feel like a high tier pick unless it is against a ranged hero. And, you know, you're able to stall out the game, but eventually strength of damage, and it's just gonna outweigh anything that you're able to output as this Arc Warden at the end of the day.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, in the end, it felt like Omega did exactly what they had to do. Like the way they could stall into the late game. Very impressed with just kind of split pushing out the map, but we were bringing it out through that game. Like Motivate, their teamwork is just so on point. Like it really showed with how they were setting up the map with baits, you know, Tiny running around with the Ancient Apparition. Q had a formidable game on the Rubik. The steals that he could get was just so on point. You know, the telekinesis save, Mags counter initiations with the RPs. MG.Trust had an incredible game. The difference you see from Tino's Mag in game 1 to MG.Trust's in the second game, just night and day. Like MG.Trust just had so much more impact, and that is now our last series done of the day. Day 3 completed, and Motivate are going to end it with a 2-0 victory. And this is a really important one as well, because Omega were sitting very, very comfortable with how they'd been playing so far. Of course, yes, this is with a stand-in, unfortunate for them, but they did not play. It wasn't a slouch of a performance. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I was really impressed from his game 1, and what he was able to do in that second game. A lot of really, really important coils. So I think at the end of the day, Omega are now going to drop to 4-2, and Motivate are going to move up to 4-0.
Not a bad result still. So, but that's it. We are done again. Another 9 hours of casting for 3 days in a row.
Let's go.
And we're back again tomorrow. I mean, we're locked down. We can't do anything else. So, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. We've got 4 more series: Southfield Esports, Boom, MG, Galaxy Racer, Omega, and Neon to come for tomorrow. So, plenty of good Dota, and maybe some tier lists as well if there's any delays that could come.
Love the good Dota, love the tier lists as well. So with that being said, guys, that's it for us tonight here for the Lootbet Pro Series 6. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Come back tomorrow, same time, for more Southeast Asian action.